the third time coming of the show.
Well, do I have the most?
You now have the
appearances?
most. You were
Let's
tied
go.
with Luke,
Yeah.
Verbose,
Yeah.
and
Alex.
Tony Brave. Now you've outdone all those people.
That's right. I just got to
Um,
get on my level.
you actually were the first person to have the animations too. With your episode was the first one to have the wiener dog, and that happened. The only reason that happened was because my camera stopped recording and I had no clips to like play with. I only had audio. So I was like, well, I'm going to try to make something out of this. And then animations have been doing good, but I haven't been doing them much lately because they take some time. I mean,
it looks like a lot of
those
work.
shitty drawings, like I know they don't look, I mean, you got to draw for every 0.5 seconds unless you just want to keep it on there for, I don't know, it's tedious
I
shit.
feel like you got to have the right sound bite on there too.
Yeah.
You can't just be animating any old.
Yeah, you got to have a
exchange,
story. But yeah, 64. That's Nintendo 64.
That's a good one.
That's a number.
That's a pretty good one.
I don't know any other significance. My cousins like the number 64, Bub and Sam, but
You can't think of any other 64.
no, we don't have 64 teeth. I mean, if you doubled our teeth,
No. I don't know how many teeth we have.
we have 32, right?
Do we have 32 teeth? Sounds right.
No
I
way.
don't even know how many.
I think we have
teeth a dog
22
has.
teeth.
22? You count them real quick.
Who?
I have no idea how many teeth we have. I don't even know how many teeth.
I'm not gonna act like I know. But anyways, it's been about a year. Last November is when we did the last show. What you been up to? How you been? That's what I got for the first part.
Yeah,
You know?
it's been good. Pretty much still plugging along. Not a whole lot has changed. I started veterinary school in August,
Mhm.
and that's going good.
Mhm.
It's a lot of work, but it's a huge privilege to be there, and I feel very, very lucky to be working on that right now. Yeah, it's just a lot, but still here in Pullman, Washington, and going to be here basically an indentured servant to the university at this point, so they're never going to let me leave.
So you had your one. So you did your undergrad, which was 4 years, or was it 4 year or 3 for you?
It was 3.5.
3.5 for you. So then is it another 4 years on top of that for the people who don't know? I still don't even know.
Yeah, so it's another 4 years on top of that to get to doctorate is what it will be, and then there's continuing education after that. Crazy people who are like, I want to do more school.
There's
and
more than that?
Yeah, you can like do a residency somewhere, like go to a different school, like if you want to specialize, if you want to be a surgeon, if you want to do orthopedics, whatever. So there's a lot of different stuff you can do. Some people want to go and do research. That's not really my thing. I kind of want to, when I'm done with school, I want to be done. So I feel like a little bit of a professional student at this point. So, which, you know, it's the path that I chose, but it's just gets a little bit tedious after a while. So
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even after, even in this undergrad, I'm kind of in that stow, or is that how you say boat? The stow of the boat.
oh yeah, sure. You're
Is
just
it?
sort of floating along.
I kind of really lucked out on that one,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'm stirring along in the degree here, and so in between that, like you go back to what you said is you get your doctorate. So in between, I know there's masters. Is there going to be in a year and a half? Are you going to have your masters?
So it's super confusing, and I still don't fully understand how it all works. But basically, so what I'm in is not actually grad school. It's called professional school. And so at the end of 4 years, I will have a DVM, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. But that's it. So I don't get a master's in whatever category. I don't get a PhD. That's separate. So that's graduate school. So a lot of people will get their DVM and then they will go do graduate school. So then they will go get a PhD in veterinary medicine, and they will be on top of. They just want more letters by their name, basically. It's all about the letters by your name. That's all anybody cares about. They're like, well, you got to have as many letters as you can.
Bro, I remember some guy emailed me because they do the good old want to interview students for the blank. What I'm not gonna say the website or the news. I guess it doesn't matter, but they're not paying me. I'm joking.
You can't pay me to do it. It's not happening.
No, they had like probably 6 letters next to their name. There's like the BA, PhD, and isn't it
flex?
Isn't it more like polite to just have your highest rank? Isn't that how it's supposed to go?
Of course not. No,
you got to
put every letter by the name there.
Oh my!
That's where I say there's like professional students. They're like, they love school. They're like, I'm gonna get as many fucking letters by my name as I can, so that when I send emails, I can just
that's all it is.
Flex on everybody. It'd be all DVM, PhD, MA, whatever.
I feel like that's all it is. That's all it's for. No, I'm joking. I mean, maybe a little bit. I'm on LinkedIn.
Smart.
And LinkedIn, as a people who don't know what LinkedIn is the business, so Facebook, and you have to fill out what you've done and what you've done or where you've gone to school.
Sure.
LinkedIn, that is a flex. They want you to put your high school on there, and you got to put your, and I get it. But
it's kind of what it's for, though.
I feel like LinkedIn is a big flex.
Yeah.
But I think it's very, I know this isn't really the hipster thing to say, but it's really underrated.
It's a good way to get a job.
It is a really good way to get a job now. Yeah. I just put podcasting in the search bar, and that's how I found that Spotify internship. I mean, I don't know if I'll get it, but it has cool things about it. And I was wondering if you've dabbled into LinkedIn.
So I have one. Mm-hmm. It's not very updated. Mm-hmm. I don't know the last time I've been on there was, and part of that's just because I'm still in school. I should probably do it sooner than later, actually, because in a couple years I'll be job hunting, and it's a really good tool when you're job hunting, I feel like, because it's easy to make connections on there, and it is a little bit, the community is a little bit interesting, where you say it's like the flex thing, or it's like, I'm on LinkedIn, and it's like, all right, whatever.
I almost feel a little bit of an asterisk next when I say it. I'm like, well, I have a LinkedIn. It's like, okay, we get it.
You're a business guy.
You're a business. Well, have I tried selling you this pen?
Yeah. Sell me this pen. Wolf of Wall Street, guys. God.
But the thing is with LinkedIn, you could pay for it. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you can't pay to have better services.
There's like a premium.
There's
LinkedIn.
A premium. There's 3 versions. There's like the regular $5.99 or whatever.
Peasant.
There's 15. It's like, okay, you're a bread man.
Yeah.
You're a milkman. And then there's like the $59 a year or $59 a month, which is like it allows you to DM high-end people. Like, because on Instagram I could go DM Will Smith if I wanted to, but he's not going to read it.
Right.
And the same thing applies to them. I bet you they won't read it, but
so you can't send like a possible employer a message unless you pay LinkedIn $60 a month.
If they're on that, some people can be like, yeah, I'm not going to be like that. Some people are like, I only want people who pay for LinkedIn Gold to message me. I think
so. There's certain employers who are going, only LinkedIn Gold people are able to message me because I'm that important.
Yes. Or you don't have enough connections, or you don't have a connection with them, so they won't message you back. I think it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I get it.
A little pay to win going on there.
Pay to win's in everything now.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this first episode where I used to think pay to win was only in video games. There was a short stint where I was like, oh, this is like a new thing. Pay to win is the new freemium thing. No, it's never like people with their cars, they spend more money on their, not tools, but more gadgets on their car, like drag racers, Yeah. Or wait, is that? Yeah, drag racing is actually not drag racing. They both have it. Like, like RuPaul Drag Race and Drag Race.
Okay.
Am I saying it wrong? Is drag racing like the street term to it?
Yeah, there's a...
Oh, okay, then. Yeah, drag racing.
Yeah. You getting the guys dressing up in drag versus the actual cars.
Well, I mean, I guess it works for them too. You know, you spend more money on your
dude. No,
your
that's
wig.
just life is just pay to win. That's
Yeah.
all that is. I mean, it's rough, but
I mean,
you got to
hey.
spend money to make money. That's sort of how
Yeah.
it goes, right? So, yeah, that's kind of tough.
I just
Kind of a sobering thought.
well, I mean, I sometimes like I was telling you and Nate the other day or yesterday. I think I hear things, and I sometimes think they happen to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Like,
That's like the Mandela effect, right? Is that what that is?
is that like a logical fallacy or something?
No, you haven't heard the Mandela effect?
Like-
I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like if something.
Nelson Mandela?
Yeah,
Is
it's named after him, I think.
okay?
Don't get butcher this. I should know what it is, but it's like you hear about something happening or you see something happening, and then you in your head you sort of connect it to, oh, this happened to me, and it's like a thing that your brain does.
I feel like
on
a lot of
accident.
people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, social media wise, I think a lot of people like to think they have happened to them. I mean, it happened to me. Was that English? Some people will just what I just said.
Could happen to you. Could happen to me.
Yeah, man. But back to where we were. Back to treading back. You know, we're kind of going on this tangent, and that's okay. But you know, people get their diplomas and people get their things, and you got your white coat from it. And was it like the scene of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs when his mom gave you that lab coat? Like, I'm not
Lab coat.
You know, was it a dope? I mean, you had to do it COVID wise. I mean, you had to do it at home.
Yeah.
But you got to be in the comfort of your own home, and you got to you have a physical manifestation. I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
To have something in the hold, and you get to put it on when you go in. What was that like?
Yeah, it was crazy. So, I mean, I think I always wanted to be, you know, some sort of scientist when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I never really knew what that looked like, but every scientist has a white coat, so it was always sort of in the back of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, when you start vet school, they give you your doctor coat, and you're sort of there's not a whole lot of use for it in vet school, but as you go on, you're supposed to sort of wear it in clinics, and obviously when you become a doctor. And yeah, when I first got it, I didn't take it off for a couple of days. I was wearing it all around the house.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Yeah, normally there's like a big ceremony they do at the stadium, and the admissions committee like puts it on you, and there's a whole bunch of people there. It's a big thing, but so obviously we had to do it at home this year. But it, you know, it was still really cool. It was kind of a crazy moment to be, you know, working so hard for that, and then to have, you know, sort of have it on, and just a reminder that there's a whole lot more work to do. But it was a cool little reward, I think.
Smell the rose, part of it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I think everybody needs something like that, you know, just something to be like, hey, I've done it. Whether that be school, whether that be a job promotion, or maybe it's promoted in the military. It just gives you something to kind of do. And as much as we don't like to do homework and we don't like to sit on our ass and grind and read shit, you know, at the end of the day, you get to be proud of that. And, you know, there's so many ways to be proud of it. And dude, that's really cool. I mean, I looked at it on Insta. And that was really cool. So for people who don't know, that's just like it's like a graduation ceremony, like you said, like it's a big ceremony. So that's really cool.
It's like I think regular university has convocation, where you like go and they give you like a pin.
Oh, okay.
For your $100,000, they give you a little pin. It's like 10 cents. They're like, here you go.
That's another
This
thing.
is your reward.
You know, I think the university system is already, you know, we could go down a tangent of saying, oh, it's overpriced, whatever. It is, but I think the last little thing that gets me is the graduation, where they wring a little bit more out of you. Not just to walk, and not for the gown. I get you have to pay for your gown or whatever. That makes sense. But to click and register and enroll.
Yeah, it's like $60.
Yeah, for them to
one
just
last
be like,
little fuck you from the university. Yeah, they do. Yeah, so I guess in between the last episode, I graduated from college, and I couldn't believe my eyes You go on the little website and you register to walk.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't the same as registering to graduate. That's different. This is to actually be in the ceremony where you sit there for 4
Wait,
hours
what? I
and
haven't done that second part
stare
yet.
at everybody. Yeah, you got to do both.
So there's to walk and then there's to graduate.
Yeah. Well, there probably won't be a physical graduation.
Yeah,
so
bummer.
Yeah, you might not have to worry
It's okay.
about it lately, but it is a bummer. Yeah. And so we registered to graduate. And they're like, well, that'll be, $60. I remember thinking, $60 for what? I already paid for the gown. I already just paid you guys $10,000 a semester for the last 4 years of my life for school. I don't even have my diploma in hand.
Well,
That's a separate fee.
Well, they want it.
There's a separate fee
Then you
for
gotta
your
get the
diploma.
motherfucker framed.
Oh, if you want it framed, that's more. Don't even get me wrong. That's another thing too. I couldn't believe my eyes. So this is way after you graduate. They finally send you an email. They go, "Hey, your diploma's ready. It's in the mail
After
for
you
you."
forget.
Yeah, right. And you're like, "Oh yeah, that piece of paper that I just worked my ass off for, and it's a piece of paper." So they finally email you about it, and they go, "Well, if you want a digital copy, it'll be $5." And they were like, but it's super cool. You can then put it on your resume, and it's like a little link, and it goes to your diploma. And I was like, $5?
Just an
$5? I earned this. I already paid for it. I paid for it 1,000,000 times over. But if I want an electronic copy of it, it's another $5.
Bruh, just make a fucking secret website or something, put a hyperlink on that shit. They're charging you $5 for
It's
that?
the university system in a nutshell.
Dude,
Ringing
it.
Yep.
They ring things. And
Big time.
yeah, so I got some personal questions for you.
Okay.
I'm
I'm ready.
I mean, I took the buses a lot as a kid.
Yeah, I took the bus.
Yeah, and I know you were a bus kid too.
To 8th grade, probably.
Yeah. And dude, I think, people who take the bus they're hardcore. I'm not hating anybody who has never took the bus, but there are some definite experiences you get from doing it.
Crazy shit happens on the bus.
And I would always my mom would say, get your ass up. I'm not taking you to class.
Right.
And don't miss the bus or I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
And I just always remembered that.
Right.
So I get out there early, and I'm always there early, and then some days the bus is late. Some days it just happens, People run late, and maybe fucking Jimmy didn't get his fucking Pop-Tart.
It's not a perfect system.
Anyway, so they're late, and there's always somebody that says, "Where the fuck's the bus?" I don't know where the bus is.
Yeah, how would I know where the bus
Bro,
is?
do I look like the bus guy?
It's probably coming.
So I'm asking, have you ever seen, or do you ever know where the bus is? Because a lot of people ask me, and I never know. And I thought maybe you'd be a wise person.
It's in a different plane. It's in the bus plane. It's in the transit plane. Somewhere else, man. I don't know. Where the fucking bus is.
I never understood.
It's coming. Eventually. It's probably late. I don't know. People get so mad about that shit, and it's like, well, you get a car then.
Yeah, walk.
That's bad. Yeah, I don't know. The bus is crazy because you have all sorts of people riding it, and I just remember as a kid, the craziest shit would happen on the bus, and the bus drivers don't give a shit. They're getting paid $3 an hour to shuttle around some crazy ass kids, and there's a fight going on in the back,
care,
and
bro.
Some 6-year-olds fucking
Piss.
around, and everybody's throwing shit.
Every seat's fucking has a hole in it.
And that's not just elementary school bus. That's every bus. Every bus I've ever been on is like that. There was I think you've heard this story. There's a shuttle for Coug games in Pullman, and
yes,
we're not allowed to park on campus during game days. So basically, the only way for us to get to campus is we have to take the shuttle, right?
Yeah.
And so we ended up taking the shuttle to a game one time last year, and they packed people on there. There were maybe 50 people on this bus, and you're shoulder to shoulder, and I think everybody's wearing ponchos or something, so it was crazy.
There's a lot of times I was on the bus one time, and people would just fight. That's gonna happen. I've talked countlessly many stories of the Greyhound experience. I witnessed a divorce happen on a bus, and a guy would leave his kids and his wife on the Greyhound, said, I'm out.
Was this the one to North Dakota?
Back from North Dakota.
I don't think you've ever told me this story.
Oh, let me tell you.
All right.
It's a fun... So I'm in North Dakota with my cousin. I've probably told this story probably every time on my podcast. But it's going to happen. So we go to North Dakota. We were going to powwow trail. And we are going to check them all out. And me and Darian were like, oh, this is dope. 2 weeks into it, my phone doesn't have no service. I'm bored.
Middle of nowhere.
I'm in North Dakota. I want to go home. I don't have much money. I have like probably $400 on me. And, you know, flights are expensive back then too. Like they're still expensive now, but they were way more expensive. We get a hotel. Darian knew a girl faintly from going to college with her, and she was nice enough to give us a ride to a hotel because we were at a powwow, and she's like, oh, fine, I'll give you a ride because she was there. So she gives us a ride, and Darian was flirting with her, and I think I passed out in the back seat, and I farted, and I think somebody else did. I don't remember farting. I was sleeping, but I woke up, and then her and him were like, yeah, bro, you ripped ass when you were sleeping. I was like, I don't think I do that when but anyway, we get to the hotel.
Did.
We get to the hotel, and I was like, well, let's just get a ticket home, fly home. Darren's like, yeah, all right, whatever. But you have to say you wanted to leave because it wasn't my idea. I'm like, okay, I'll take the blame. Let's just go.
Take the fall guy.
And so we're sitting there, and I look up tickets. It's $780 to get home.
This is the plane ticket?
To get home.
Okay.
And that's the next Tuesday. And remember, we have to keep paying for this hotel room. And I was like, I only got $400, so I'm only going to have maybe $280 after tonight.
Right.
Because we split it or whatever. So I call my mom, freaking out, trying to be like, hey, can you buy me a ticket home? And my mom's like, I'm not going to buy you a ticket home because I don't have that money either. Why don't you take a Greyhound? And then she kind of laughed and hung up. And I was like, all right, fine. Is that a train? I'll take a fucking train home. And she's like, a bus. So I take the bus and Greyhound, and there was a tornado going on in North Dakota, and me and Darian got on the back of the bus and ventured home, and about 32 hours until we got to Spokane, and Janae picked us up from there. Missoula.
Some guy got divorced.
Some guy got divorced. So I'm sitting there, and we have to stop every 15 minutes at a Greyhound.
Oh.
Or every 30 miles.
Yeah.
And then every other 30 miles, we have to do a 10-minute mandatory stop because you can't shit on the bus. So if somebody has to shit, they have to go and take it in the gas station. And then you have to take every third one, or in between every three, you have to take a legal smoke break for the people who have to smoke. So to go...
No wonder it takes 32 hours.
Yeah, to get to home, it'd probably be like 10 hours. No way.
It'd be longer than that.
8 hours.
I don't know, man.
Sometimes
it wouldn't be 32.
No.
Without the shit breaks and the smoke breaks.
But yeah, that's my... And then I had people on buses...
Fuck the bus.
Yeah, doing Febreze bombs. You ever see those?
No.
They would zip, so they get a can of Febreze and zip tie it going, and throw it on the bus like a grenade, like Febreze, and they'd throw it.
Just smell good.
It would, but then you can't breathe when there's that much
super strong.
Yeah, and then you try to roll down the windows, and the bus driver says, "Don't, you can't touch the windows after 2 notches."
Right, of course, yeah.
And I don't know, man. Next question. Cool Ranch Doritos.
I fuck with Cool Ranch Doritos.
Do you fuck with Cool Ranch Doritos?
Yeah.
So there's nothing weird to you. I mean, I'm not trying to judge. I mean,
do you not?
No, I like them.
Cool Ranch Doritos,
but I just feel like I never buy them. So if you see a guy, single girl, doesn't matter, singular,
buying Cool Ranch Doritos,
a family size of Cool Ranch Doritos, you wouldn't think anything different of them?
No.
I just feel like sometimes, like I see those people, and
and you're judging them because they're not buying nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah, like just that.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you here,
man. A party-sized Cool Ranch Doritos, just one guy goes into like a Walmart just to get that, and you're just chilling? Nothing?
Something I've done before.
Really?
Shame, yeah. Probably.
You've gone in there, got a party
I
size
don't know, probably.
Cool Ranch Doritos?
Yeah,
I don't think you have.
you got to mix it up. Dude, I got to mix up my snacks like all the time. Like I get sick. I get sick of the snacks I'm eating.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of sick of my pretzels.
Like cereal, like chips, you name it. Not a particularly healthy eater, obviously. Like fast food even, I got to mix it up.
Fast food, yeah, definitely does need to be fixed up or changed up. I can't have... Actually, I almost had McDonald's 2 days in a row yesterday.
You did? Yeah, I was surprised.
And I don't know why. Lately, I've had that fast food bug.
It's the Travis Scott meal.
The Travis Scott meal.
It's the J Balvin meal.
Okay, can we talk about the J Balvin meal?
We can talk about the J Balvin
The J Balvin meal is essentially a meal for picky people, and J Balvin's order was pretty bland. I'm kind of picky, though, too. I can't sit here and say I'm not picky.
I think it's just like...
I don't like the word picky.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Why? You're not a picky person.
I don't like being called picky.
I don't like being called picky either. I've been called picky.
I hate that. I think that's one of my worst
Yeah.
or my least favorite. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Well, there are picky people.
Yeah.
Like, there are certain things I'm picky about. I don't know. It's not a great word.
I don't like
it's not a great word.
It's a funny word.
Yeah. So you're saying J Balvin's picky.
Yeah, I think J Balvin's real
because
picky.
he doesn't like pickles on his Big Mac.
Yeah.
You don't like mayonnaise or sour cream on any of your shit.
No, I don't.
So does that
But if
mean
I was
you're
gonna have a meal, which I do.
Okay. The Dom Joseph meal.
I guess it has no onions.
Which I just got to say this really quick because we mentioned this briefly
Okay.
last night. But the Dom Joseph meal, much better than the J Balvin meal.
Thank you.
As we've established, because
Yes.
you've got the discontinued high C orange in there.
Yes.
Whereas the J Balvin meal, it's a Big Mac meal with
No
a
pickles?
McFlurry and no drink. Like that's not. It's not
Yeah, dude. Do you get how
wouldn't
much
buy
you get
it.
of water, bro? Stay
Right?
hydrated.
Yeah. But the Dom Joseph meal, which we said this last night, $4, good value.
Yes,
we
maybe.
estimated value. The Dom Joseph meal. It's not a meal for you. You need like at least 3 of those to fill you up, bro. $1 cheeseburger and a small fry ain't gonna fill you up.
2 cheeseburgers.
You need a
And a medium
double it.
fry.
You need to double the Dom Joseph meal.
Yeah. But dude, if I got if I doubled that, I could probably be giving people cholesterol problems, and I could be getting in trouble for that. That's why I made it a medium fry.
You're a hero.
And
That's a big problem, cholesterol.
and if
And
I
thank
could help,
Travis Scott and J Balvin, they don't give a fuck about people's
bro,
cholesterol.
Travis is adding bacon,
More cholesterol, fats,
more cholesterol,
unhealthy, saturated fats.
and Balvin's adding, as if the Big Mac wasn't already enough. He adds a. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna look something up.
This is the first step to uncovering the McDonald's conspiracy.
Okay,
Travis Scott, J Balvin, who's next? Trying to kill America with their
dude,
meals.
I think the next person. Let's look up McFlurry. I just want to see how much a McFlurry calories are.
it's a lot.
So he's adding an extra 803 calories
Yeah, dude, no wonder.
because a Big Mac wasn't already enough. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's fair. It's a lot more than the Travis Scott meal. Travis Scott meal was just the quarter pounder with bacon.
And onions.
And
Oh, no,
onions.
there's already onions on there. I think there's already onions. Dude, I talk about McDonald's a lot. I mean, I might start a McDonald's podcast.
McDonald's is making a little comeback here. Well, and we all know.
Comeback.
We all know.
Wait.
It. Part of the thing is they're just sort of taking advantage of this abyss that Taco Bell has left behind by fucking over their consumers. You know what I'm talking about. Taco Bell taking away all the good stuff off the menu.
Oh.
The quesarito, all the potato items.
Oh, yeah. That and those nuggets, those Taco Bell nuggets they had with the cheese, the
Yeah,
triangle
they haven't
things.
had those for a while. They don't have any new shit anymore.
Because they're getting lazy, and they can blame it on COVID.
That's what
Which
I'm saying.
I don't care about COVID.
Yeah, but McDonald's is capitalizing.
How?
With the Travis Scott meal was huge.
It was. I think,
Everybody and their mother was rolling up. You know why I'm here.
dude, I think it was genius.
And we talked about this before, but you think it was McDonald's idea or was it Travis's idea? Whose idea was it?
Fuck, that's a good question.
Probably Travis's idea.
Travis is
It's kind of a weird It's kind of a weird collab.
I
The
think
J Balvin one obviously is even more strange, but it's because of the Travis Scott one got the ball rolling. But like, Travis had to have woken up one day and just been like, you know what? I want to make a cool billion, and I'm gonna have a McDonald's meal.
How much money do you think he brought them?
Dude, the first day we went, they were out of Sprite at the local They were out of Sprite. They were like, "Yep, sorry, Travis Scott meal." Those poor McDonald's workers. Oh my God, you know why I'm here. Sicko
Okay,
mode.
So with that, I feel like the next person who gets a meal, like we said, will be a girl. Back to what you said though, comeback.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, the
As
Travis Scott meal was a huge hit, right?
So it wasn't already on top.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What's above it?
I thought, well, for me personally, Taco Bell was for a long time.
I mean, their menu and adding those boxes are pretty key.
And I don't know what the sales numbers are, but I felt like Taco Bell had a pretty good portion of the market for a while. I don't know. Maybe McDonald's has always been. I just felt like Taco Bell was like the trendier place for a while.
Oh, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying because personally, I've always thought McDonald's was on top. But if you thought, I mean, obviously it's different for every. Like Nate probably thinks Dairy Queen's on top. Actually, he knows now.
Dairy Queen's not on top.
But they're always packed, bro.
Dairy Queen? That's true.
They are
Friday
packed.
night, Saturday night, Blizzards. Blizzards are better than McFlurries, too, by the way.
Dude, I don't remember the last time I had a fucking McFlurry.
I don't either.
Because I never bother.
It's because you go and get a Blizzard if you want.
Yeah, you go to Dairy Queen.
You don't get a fucking McFlurry. That's if the ice cream machine isn't broken at your local McDonald's. We know how that works.
That hinders them down a little bit of a notch.
Yeah.
I think.
Big time. I want to make ice cream tonight. It's broken. No, it's
Turn it on.
Turn it on. I'll walk in there right now and I'll turn it on.
How about you clean it up?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Dude, but it's grody though. Like when you
I've never seen it.
Obviously, you've never seen the ice cream machine? It's
Well,
right behind the register.
Well, I see it, but I'm not saying, oh, have you seen it? Have you cleaned one?
I've never cleaned one.
Well,
but
you just kind of like
no. When you used to go into McDonald's, and seriously, like some of them, it's right behind the register, and they turn around and do their little McFlurry cup.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's just got brown. It's got shit all over it. There's like the little catcher underneath is just full of ice cream.
Yeah, and it's milk, and when milk gets,
it's gross.
Yeah, I didn't really thought about that.
Drink them anyway.
But Dairy Queen, bro, they got to be cleaning that shit all the time. Now with COVID,
I love a Blizzard from Dairy Queen.
Oh yeah, wait. Oh, this isn't a hot take. This is like a duh take. Like you pointed out the obvious, Dom. I've been a guy who likes to try other Blizzards.
Okay.
And I always go M&M.
You're an M&M Blizzard.
I like the M&M one, and then I tried a Heath one, and that was horrible.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I don't like Heath at all, and I don't. I just thought maybe the Blizzard will be good. Maybe the Blizzard will be good.
No.
Butterfinger's not bad, but I can't beat the Oreo. You can't.
Oreo's the best Blizzard.
You can't beat it because the cookie.
Oreo's the best Blizzard.
I tried.
Hands down. Oreo McFlurry. J Balvin. See, you're walking yourself right back to McDonald's here.
To J Balvin?
To J Balv?
And first of all, who is J Balvin?
Glad you said that because I was like, I don't think I could tell you. Like, it's obviously a rapper.
He's like a Nate was telling me.
I can't tell you a song by him.
Me either. Even I listened to 5 of his top songs on Spotify. I didn't know, but he's like a club guy, like a Miami club guy.
We're basically the suckers because we're talking about him right now. It means it worked.
I mean, yeah, he's winning because I mean,
we're talking about it. You're thinking about it.
I just don't know how much. McDonald's definitely went after J Balvin because of his demographic, bro.
Oh, that's possible.
You know, because Travis Scott has a huge demographic, and J Balvin is bigger in other parts of the world.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, me and you don't know who he is.
That's fair. Yeah.
I feel like that was a big part of that. Maybe. Or
So same question as before. Was it his idea or McDonald's idea?
It's McDonald's idea both times.
You think so?
Because somebody in McDonald's marketing or advertising, some little guy like the guy on Mad Men.
Yeah.
In the elevator.
See, I think it was. I think in the Travis Scott situation, it was Travis's idea, and then I think after that, McDonald's took over.
I think you might be right.
We're going to do this now. We're going to do artist-specific meals to spice it up, and that's working.
It really is. Dude, it has to be a female next.
Doja Cat.
That's your bet.
Doja Cat. The Doja Cat meal. I don't know what it's gonna. I don't know what it's gonna be.
That could work, bro.
But they gotta spice it up. The Big Mac meal with no pickles.
That's not good, bro.
It's not enough for people. I don't know.
Somebody I feel like might take my idea. I feel like
the Dom Joseph meal.
Bring
back the high C.
I feel like that's what it's gonna be. I feel like the high C will be, but I think high C got bought out by Pepsi, and that's why they're not.
Dude, I miss the orange high C, bro. Talk about
that's
nostalgia. Big time.
I mean, McDonald's got Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce. They brought that back.
They did.
So they are they're aware, but it was after how many people whined and complained about it.
Yeah, that was more of the community sort of bullied them into it. I feel like,
yeah.
McDonald's workers really have been through the ringer in the past couple of years. I mean, if you think about it, I didn't even put that together. Obviously, the Travis Scott meal, while successful for McDonald's, must have been a total shit show for the employees.
Oh my god!
Every time, guys, like I said, rolling up,
Travis Scott.
Sprite's out. We're out of Sprite. People are probably mad about it. And then, rewind a year and a half, and you got guys jumping on the counter with the Szechuan sauce thing. The Rick and Morty fans. So
and now J Balvin. I don't think we'll have. I don't think it's not. He's not as big as Travis Scott in this country to me. Maybe he is. But Travis Scott, I think you're right, did ignite it and say, hey, I want to do something that hasn't been done before. Because he's smart with who he partners with. Or he just partners with everybody.
He's a good businessman.
He's a good businessman. And his shoes, Travis Scott shoes, those are fucking dope.
Jacks, yeah.
What else he's also done like a lot of other crazy shit. Like, is he with Crocs or is that Post Malone?
I think Post Malone's with Crocs.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it how the brands are slowly acclimating to that. But I got two more questions.
Okay.
And then we can get into random topics.
All right.
When we were younger, iPod Touches were a thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to get one when I was in probably 6th grade, 5th grade maybe.
Man, if you had an iPod Touch in 6th grade,
you play Tap Tap Revenge
king
before
of class.
Bro.
Dual Jump, Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. What's another one? There's like another
there's a bunch of those.
Oh,
games.
Temple Run was big.
Temple Run was pretty. That was later though. Oh, fuck. Subway Surfers.
Temple
Run. Yeah, that's a big one. All this is to say, you're getting at the free U2 album.
Yes.
That everybody wouldn't.
I am.
Everybody, what was that called? Songs of.
I think we've talked about U2
of Innocence
before. Actually, I think we've talked about U2.
Songs of Excellence.
Did you go see them?
I have seen.
I think that's why we talked about it.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I feel like if there was such a huge outcry after everybody because it automatically downloaded to everybody's phone.
Yeah,
I remember that. And Bono was like, let's do something good for people, and we're gonna make the album free, and everybody's gonna get it. So then the where they automatically put it on your phone, I get that. That's a little.
It is a little annoying.
It's a little weird. But you wrote that. Delete it then. I don't know.
You couldn't delete it. You had to go to your computer to get rid of it.
But how much does an album take up? How much space?
Yeah, and bro, let's be honest here. How many hours people are on fucking LimeWire downloading illegal music anyway? Go delete it.
That's a throwback.
LimeWire, Pirate Bay.
I
use Pirate Bay or LimeWire. I tried using FrostWire.
This was all back before streaming services too.
I mean, I have never downloaded illegal music ever in my life, and
you want to make that abundantly clear. Never. I cannot be incriminated because I have never illegally downloaded anything.
It's all for a joke.
Yes. This is all hypothetically speaking.
Yeah. I didn't like it, but it wasn't like I was like, I don't like this, so I'm not going to listen to it. People really let it get to them.
Yeah. Had it been a Drake album, nobody would have been complaining.
Nobody.
The old heads would be. But had it been a Drake album or...
But that would have been more people.
Yeah, but it's because it was U2 and
Yeah.
everybody. The album was good, actually. I don't want to be that guy that's,
I
you
don't
know, do
think
you
I
guys
really-
actually listen to it? I don't want to
didn't.
be that guy. Like, if you don't fuck with U2, that's
So
fine.
you were
It's
fucking
whatever.
with it. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, it was a dope album. It was good. It won a Grammy, I think. It was a solid album. And
How much do you think they paid to get it on there?
I don't know, because
Was it for AIDS?
it was like the first time that happened and the only time that's ever happened because people got so upset about it. They were like, Apple was like, we're never doing that ever again. We're like, we'll release the free albums, but we're never putting them on everybody's phone because that's just gonna piss people off.
It pissed people off.
Don't give anybody anything for free that they don't want.
That's for sure. Well, have you ever been given something for free that you didn't want? I mean,
All the time.
yeah. Hand me down.
Hand me down. This is example number 1. It's like, here's this, or like not even clothes, you know, just like you got a family member. They're like, oh, you know, I got something for you. And, you know, you can tell by the tone of their voice. You're like, this is just some shit you don't want. This is something
Yeah.
you want to get rid of. And you don't have any place to put it in your house. So you're like, I got it for you. That's as soon as we moved into this place. Oh, my God.
We got
Everybody
a lot.
coming out of the woodwork. You know, I got this for you. I'm like, this is just shit you don't want. I was like, take it to the dump.
It sounds like we're spoiled brats saying this.
It does.
It does,
I sound
but
like an asshole, but man.
at the same time,
no, it's junk. It's junk that they don't want to get rid of. So they're like, and they think that somebody's going to have use for it.
no.
So out of sight, out of mind, you take
Bro,
it.
we don't need your fucking
Take it to
can opener.
college.
We have 18 of them.
Can
we have
opener.
quite a few up there. We have a lot of fucking knives upstairs.
We got too much shit in our kitchen.
We need to fucking just purge, bro. But it's just because we just never throw it out. I mean, I get it. Why? You know?
like
why?
you don't want to be wasteful.
Yeah.
Like I get that, but at the same time, when it's time for it to go, it's time for it to go.
The only thing I'm upset that we've lost at this house, everything else I don't care, was the fucking cornhole.
Oh, the corn. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a bummer.
yeah. And cornhole's like dumb expensive too.
Yeah,
If you go
dude.
buy a set of cornhole boards, like $100 at least.
Like pro ones,
Yeah,
like $350.
yeah. Everybody's like, "Oh, make your own." It's like
Just-
you can make your own, but
It's kind of hard too.
Yeah, then you know, the boards are like way too slick, and so nobody ever hits them, and then it's not fun. You're like, but your family member made it, so you have to act like it's okay. You're like, no, it's good, even though nobody can fucking play. Nobody can hit the board because they didn't do it right.
Yeah, so you're
And
sitting
I'm
there
like,
for
here's my homemade cornhole boards.
Oh,
It's the new
cool.
thing.
bring it over, and it's 55 pounds to lift up.
Yeah, and they're like super bougie, like particle board and 2x4s, and
You
you're just
spent
like,
probably.
how long did it take
They
you to
spent a
make
long time
this?
on 'em.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question I have is, I would like you to rank these streaming services because I feel like streaming services get a lot of flack.
Yeah. Okay.
And so the streaming services I put, there's obviously a lot more.
Where's Peacock?
Which one is that?
Why
one?
didn't you put Peacock on here?
So exactly what I just said. I know I didn't include every one of them.
Yeah, you weren't listening to me. Well, I just feel like that's kind of a big one to leave out.
Honestly, I'm not fucking with you. I don't know what that is.
It's okay. It's the new NBC one. So it has.
Pick a different name, bro.
It'll eventually have The Office, I bet, which is going to take a lot of people to it. It's free right
That's
now.
fine.
Though. It's weird.
Let them
Weird
go.
business
Let
model.
The Office go from Netflix.
Don't get me started on The Office. I already look like a hater enough. I don't want to.
We'll
I don't
get
want to
to
get
The
into
Office.
that. Streaming services. Here we go. Okay, so Netflix is still king.
Okay, let me put who I got, or the 5 for you.
Yeah.
So we got
yeah.
Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Apple TV.
It's a pretty good.
I think is it called Apple TV or is it
Apple
Apple
TV Plus,
whatever their
Apple-
fucking thing is.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
we know what we're talking
So you have
about.
Netflix at 1.
Netflix is still king. They got the most money. They got the best original content. They got the best non-original content.
best movies.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they were first. They're still the best. I don't know. Fucking
Yeah, they're not
argue
going
with me
anywhere.
on that one. The way you put it's honestly not bad. Hulu, I use a lot.
Yeah.
Because we pay for the live sports, which
Yeah.
is kind of a scam. But I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to think about Hulu. Like if we didn't have the live sports thing, where I would rank it because
No, we
doesn't have
don't.
a ton of stuff on
Let's
it.
say we don't.
But it's got like all the FX shows on there,
Yeah.
and it does have the first a couple seasons of Rick and Morty. It had South Park for a while.
It did.
Doesn't anymore. It's a big deal.
That's a big.
Hulu's got some good stuff on it though.
They've got the rug pulled under them though. Losing South Park was big.
That was a big one. HBO Max. So it's like, honestly, I don't know. Beyond Netflix is one, and then Apple TV's last. And the only reason they're last, I don't even have it, so I can't really speak to it. But it's fairly cheap. I think it's $5 a month.
It's cheaper than
compared
all of
to
them.
these. Yeah.
Because they have nothing.
They just don't have a ton of content on there. I'm sure the shows that they have on there are good.
They
I've
have
heard they're really good.
A Robert Downey Jr. one.
Yeah, they have like a bunch of big names on there. There's a whoever was Aquaman, Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah.
He has a show where everybody's blind. I don't know.
Oh.
It looks cool. So Apple TV's last, Netflix is one, and then HBO Max is cool.
HBO Max is fucking dope.
Yeah, our roommate has a accountant that hooked us up, and there's a lot of good stuff on there.
Hidden stuff. You gotta watch fucking Gemstones.
I know.
It's a really good show.
There's good shows on HBO. Disney Plus, I feel like, sort of lost a bunch of its novelty. I thought it was super cool when it came out, and everybody was like, yeah, Disney Plus, and then it's like you sort of watch what you want to watch, and then you're done.
The Marvel hype, after Marvel hype went down, it went away.
What else is there? I don't know, unless you're a huge Disney fan. So my final rank, I'm going to go Netflix. I'm going to put HBO Max at 2. I'm going to put Hulu 3, Disney Plus 4, and Apple TV 5.
I think I want to put it Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Disney, and then Apple TV.
Okay.
The only reason I put
Hulu and HBO
because there's shows on Hulu I like, regular shows on there. They have a lot of old
stuff.
cartoons.
Yeah.
Is SpongeBob on there?
No.
They're on HBO, aren't they?
There's some is on HBO. They're kind of spread out.
Lame, bro.
Yeah.
They're. I hate to say this, but they're like the Beatles, bro.
What, SpongeBob?
Yeah, they're like, hey, bro, this is our shit.
Oh yeah, there's not a whole lot of people who have the rights to SpongeBob because they know that people watch it.
Dude, to find the fucking movie online, it's not on Netflix.
Pain in the ass.
It's nowhere.
Yeah.
So we've reached random topics before we get into the fans' questions. Let me just go and just say we were talking about Among Us, and that Among Us is a big game.
Yeah.
It's a big game, and I personally like it.
Huge game right now.
I like it a lot. It's a simple game.
Yeah.
All of you who don't know who Among Us is, it's a game where it's like the game you play in the backyard. Somebody's a killer.
It's like Mafia.
Yeah. And you got to figure out who it is. And you finally got to be imposter.
I did.
And prior to that, you were hating on it. Did being imposter help you a little bit?
No, I still hate on it quite a bit.
I'm
going to sound like an Among Us hater here. I think it's fun. I think it's most fun when you're in a group of people, like all in the same room, and you're all playing in the same lobby. That's when I think it's the most fun, which is like Mafia anyway. I feel like if you're just going to hop into a random lobby, it's not fun unless you're imposter. And so he's right. I've been imposter one time in Among Us. I've played a few games, and this is the only time I've ever been imposter. I didn't even know how to play. Imposter's super fun. You go around chopping people's heads off, sabotaging shit. It's super fun. Crewmate, it's like, all right, okay, so you get in this weird social dilemma, okay, where it's like, oh, somebody dies, emergency meeting, and then I always offer something constructive in the chat, like, oh, I saw this guy here, I saw the body, whatever. And if you're the first guy to say something, sus. That's it. Sus. And I'm like, and then I get voted off every time. And like I said, I've been imposter once, so I get voted off, and I'm never the imposter. And I'm all, good job, dumb fucks. Nobody, all I'm trying to do is help here as the crewmate. I'm going, I saw this guy kill this guy, but because I said that, sus.
Oh, he's making accusations.
Yeah. Oh, real loud over there. Insert color that I am, blue, cyan. It's like, that's it. That's why I stopped playing it, because I was like, I can't do this. I was like, this isn't fun when you hop in here and then the imposters always win because everybody's just fighting.
Yeah.
And at the end of most rounds, you just vote off your least favorite color anyway. Or skip voting. Oh, we don't have anything. Everybody's all where.
I don't like it.
I don't know. I know where the
I'm
body
guy,
is.
I'm the guy who calls people out for being too quiet just to be a douche. So people are
There's
arguing.
no winning.
There's someone say like you and blank were arguing.
Yeah.
I go, well, real quiet over there, Pink.
Right.
And then everyone's like, yeah, Pink
Yeah.
is kind of sus.
It hasn't been saying anything. I will say, so as the imposter that one time, it is fun to sort of foster those arguments.
Yes.
To sort of throw a little something in there, and then two people who are not imposters start arguing, and then they just kick each other off. That's good fun.
Yes.
That's good fun. But it's rare. It doesn't doesn't
some people
happen
see
to me
right
a lot.
through you, bro.
You quit when you don't get imposter. You're that one guy
Well, in public
that
matches.
you get banned
In public
from
matches.
public matches because you go, I don't want to be crewmate, and you quit.
Yeah, because I do know it is like that.
And I
but
don't blame you.
when I'm playing with friends, I'm like, oh fuck it, I got to be the crewmate.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
That's Among Us in a nutshell. It's fun. It's fun to play in a group, but if you're actually jumping in public matches to win, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to be disappointed.
What was the last big iPhone game prior to this that was this big?
Prior to Among Us? I don't even know.
I don't think there was one.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Not in a long time. Been a long time since Flappy Bird.
yeah. Okay, I got two. I'm just gonna do 3 of these random topics, and whatever one I don't say, you obviously can bring up. Actually, I'm gonna do 2, and then if you want to bring up another one, you can. Hating on your own hometown has been a thing.
Yeah.
Of our home, back home where we're from, because we're from the same town, and
You just want me to go. You just want me to go on that one.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what
just-
I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say, and I've heard you say it before.
We're into the Thomas is hating on everything portion of the podcast. So yeah, I have this thing, right? So we're from Marysville, Washington, which it's
Yeah.
not Bellevue. All right, it's not Chino Hills.
Definitely not Everett. That's for sure.
But it's not Everett. It's not great. It's not terrible.
No.
Like, I'm thankful for where we grew up. I'm thankful for the people that I met there. But there's this weird obsession that people have, and this is our generation, with hating on where you're from for no good reason. Well, I can think of a few good reasons, but but sometimes there's no good reason. And then the part that gets me the most is they go, I fucking hate Marysville. I hate this place. I got to get the hell out of here because it's bad for my mental health. It's bad for my mental health to be in Marysville. It's just a shitty town. There's just racist people here. It's shitty. We don't have we have Chick-fil-A now. But
we're woke.
Right.
But we're not. They're anyway.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So what gets me is, they go, I hate my hometown, but then they move like 15 minutes away. And then they go, God, it feels so good to get out of there. And it's like, you live in Linwood now.
Bro, you still work out
You
at
live
the
in
Marysville Planet
Linwood now.
Fitness.
Yeah, you still. What do you mean you got out of there? You live 10 minutes away. Your apartment's actually probably shittier than what you could have got in Marysville. But you're going, oh, thank God. I'm really living the bougie life here in Mount Lake Terrace. And it's nicer than Marysville. I get that, but it's like you're just doing it to prove a point, and I don't get it.
And like what you're saying, it's like you're not saying, don't leave the town. Like if you want to leave and it's that bad and there's something tragic that has happened, leave.
Yeah, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, but don't do it for the likes on Twitter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
People do it for clout.
People do it because I'm just so glad I got out of there.
Yeah. I don't ever come back to Marysville. I know people like that.
Well,
yeah,
I
don't ever fucking drive through there. Really?
Why?
You grew up there. It's part of you.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. I feel like you had a ton of experiences there. It shaped, I don't know. People are just dramatic for no reason.
People like to be dramatic.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
And my last thing, actually I have 2 more things I wanted to say. A while back, I put out a poll, and I wanted to talk to you.
This is the root beer thing.
Yeah.
It's the root beer thing.
I have a screenshot. You
have a screenshot of it?
Yeah, there's a screenshot of you.
That's what that is, of me voting
That's
for
your
Answer
Instagram
A&W.
name. Thomas Lindgren, and then there's an underscore. and then you voted. I put up a poll with the
Right.
best root beers of Barks root beer.
Dude, you
superior.
have the screenshot on there. All right. Fair enough. I'm not gonna argue with you. Like I'm not. Like, no, man, I didn't vote for. Did you think I was gonna be no, man, I voted for Barks.
No,
'cause you're a Barks guy.
I'm a Barks guy, and I just
Yeah.
wanted to, for the people out there who are not Barks people,
Right.
I feel like have a reason not to like it. I mean, maybe they just don't like the taste, but you said, and I don't know if this is the perfect quote,
Okay.
but you had it a lot. It was around you a lot,
Okay.
and I feel like
Barks.
yeah,
Okay.
like you got sick of
Yeah.
it, and I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that might be
Playing into my decision to vote for A&W
yes
over Barks. Yeah, I know you're a Barks guy.
Yeah.
I'm not like a huge root beer guy.
Yeah,
so
I know
feel
that
like,
too.
I feel like you shouldn't really care about my opinion here. My my brother was a huge Barks guy. Loved Barks. We always had a can of Diet Barks in our fridge.
okay.
And like I like a good root beer, but I just think A&W has a little more flavor to it. I don't know, man.
It is a. I will say. I don't know. I think.
We can agree that Mug is the worst.
Oh yeah, we can obviously agree to that.
Mug.
But I could say sometimes that Mug root beer floats taste better than A&W root beer floats sometimes.
God, I haven't had a good root beer
But-
float
but
in
the
so long.
Barks root beer floats aren't as good as A&W's, so I'll give you that edge.
Yeah, because they got like the more vanilla flavor.
Yes.
That's what I fuck with root beer. I like the vanilla
you
flavor.
like the
in
vanilla,
it.
but you
Yeah.
don't like cream soda.
Not just plain cream soda, no.
You know
drink
what?
it, but-
I don't like it that much either, but I did buy some
Yeah.
of the Jones soda,
Yeah.
and it's not terribly bad. Which brings me into
Okay.
our guests. I've actually never had this many questions from people on the show.
Oh yeah, that's all right.
But Brian, our first guest on the show and our former roommate, actually asked you, would you rather never eat Taco Bell again or never drink Baja Blast again? And I think this is a good question, segueing into sodas.
This question's been keeping me up since I saw that Brian submitted it.
Yeah.
I still don't know if I'm ready to answer, but I think I have. I think I have
have
my
an answer.
decision. Yeah, it's like giving up water or shelter. I mean,
Wow.
it's a necessity, really.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not judging you.
it would probably see. I'm still conflicted. I'm still so conflicted. I think I would have to give up Baja Blast.
Wow.
I don't even like saying those words, but I've had you go to Taco Bell a lot, and the Baja Blast is gone, right? Because that's
Really?
all everybody gets. Not a lot, but it
Okay.
happens where you'll roll up and they'll be like, "We don't have anything," so then I'll get I think my backup's like a Pepsi or whatever, and then it's not as good.
That's such a fucking
but
downfall from
It
my
is.
Baja.
It
though.
ruins my day.
Yeah.
If I go to Taco Bell and the Baja Blast is gone, I'm just like, can I back up? Can I reverse out of the drive-thru? Because I don't want this shit anymore. So the real answer is, if I had to give up either one, it'd be game over. That's it.
Really?
Yep. Couldn't even subsist on anything.
So would you just be Team McDonald's after that?
Probably, man. I'm already leaning that way. The way Taco Bell's
Yeah.
getting rid of everything.
If McDonald's were to get
ridiculous.
Baja Blast, I said that weird.
That would be crazy. That would be
would be
like
crazy.
LeBron joining the Lakers.
Dude. That's a really good analogy there.
Yeah. If Baja Blast joined McDonald's, yeah. LeBron
That's-
joining the Lakers.
That would be a bigger free agent. Yeah, I think that would be a bigger move.
KD joining the Warriors.
Then everyone would be like, well, fuck, what are we going
The thing about Baja Blast is, and this is true, you can look it up. Baja Blast was like engineered
Yeah.
to taste good with Taco Bell food. And it does. And not saying it doesn't taste good with other food, but I don't think it would be as good at McDonald's.
Me and Ryan talked about that.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think I got it from you. It was modified and made, like the color, the bubbles was like, they were like, this is going to be the perfect hydration, or not hydration, but, ideal of a drink.
Perfect compliment.
So
yeah.
your answer is you would give up Baja Blast. And is that because you could have Mountain Dew regular with Taco Bell?
No, nothing compares.
So even a regular Mountain Dew wouldn't, on ice, out of their machine,
Yeah.
it's not the same. Do they have? Well, they have
They
to.
do.
It's Pepsi.
Yeah, they do, and it's fine. I'll eat it. I'm not gonna say I won't. Like I'm a sucker for fast food, so I'll still eat it. Either one ruins the experience, so you can't
Man,
have
that's
one without
sad.
the other.
I mean, no, I'm not sad as in like that's sad just thinking that could happen.
I don't even like
I
I said,
don't
it's been
think-
keeping me up at night.
I don't think we should,
I don't think
dread
we should,
too much.
I don't
on it.
think we should stick to this any longer, man. I'm already
Um,
getting like twitches.
So from
thinking about it.
our next person, all of these questions actually came from Insta. Nobody responded on Twitter. That makes sense. Nobody likes to be nice on Twitter. It's not cool to be nice on Twitter.
Yeah, it's all about clout. It's all about one-upping.
It's about complaining and
It's a much more cutthroat platform.
they're both pretty bad though.
than Insta.
I like Insta, but it feels fake sometimes.
It's totally fake.
Yeah.
So people are more supportive on Instagram,
fake
but it's
supportive.
it's fake supportive.
Yeah, so they're both
Yeah.
kind of Facebook real.
Twitter, at least.
I'm
Facebook's
joking.
a whole different. Yeah.
So our next question comes from Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence
My guy-
Ocampo.
My
Shout
guy
out to him.
Lawrence.
He asked you orange juice or apple juice, and I'm thinking this comes in the term of in the morning
Okay.
for breakfast.
Yeah.
So yeah, what would
OJ.
you-
Easy.
OJ. That you didn't even think.
Nope. Easy. And I love me some apple juice. I like
Really?
juice in general. I think juice is awesome. No, OJ, man. It's the best in the morning. It goes good with everything breakfast-wise. It's not particularly good for you, but no juice is. It's got like that vitamin D in it.
Yeah, they did a good job of advertising that, making
Fucking
you feel
love
like
orange
it's.
juice.
I always thought orange juice was good for you.
Well, I think
It's better
it's,
for
yeah, it's
you
better for you than
than-
soda, Red Bull,
or Minute Maid.
coffee. Most people drink.
Is it?
I don't know. Coffee people, I feel like bite my head off every time I say that because I don't really drink
Is
coffee.
coffee better than?
I drink energy drinks, which I know are worse for you than anything. I know that's the worst
Mhm.
possible thing, and I know it's worse for you than coffee. But when people then go back and say, "Well, coffee's good for you," I don't know if I buy that. Especially because most people they don't drink black coffee. They
I
drink
feel like black coffee is good for you.
yeah,
maybe.
they drink shit with a ton of cream and sugar and whip and chocolate and vanilla. It's not really coffee at that point.
I went to Seattle to pick up coffee for my girlfriend and my auntie one time, and I went to this nice Seattle
Special
place.
coffee. Like why'd you go all the way to Seattle for it?
Oh, I was already out there.
Oh,
and I
okay.
just they had a
You-
favorite coffee shop or something. My
You
auntie.
wanted to go to the first Starbucks, the original
well, of course,
Starbucks.
it was a place called Starbucks.
across from Pike Place.
Well, I went there. It was
Stood
like
in line.
for 3 hours. It was called Vivace's or something.
Uh-huh.
It's on Cap Hill, and
Shop.
and I'm not Capitol Hill.
Excuse me. Capitol Hill. Yes. Fine neighborhood. It's a fine neighborhood. We've had good times on Cap Hill.
No, that's why I'm laughing because
Yeah.
we went there with Brock.
Yeah.
And he proceeded to act like he knew everywhere when he
Oh,
did
yeah. Mr. Capitol Hill guy. Yeah.
That's what's funny about
the
it.
local guy.
it. So I got coffee and I
Okay.
got black and I got it hot and because they would always grill me like, oh, you don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't want it. I just don't want coffee breath. That's the only reason I don't like. And I was
Okay.
told it would make me smaller, and I was like, hey, I'm already
Stunt
kind
your
of on the
growth. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm already on the smaller
Psychological.
side. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I tried.
Tried to like coffee.
I mean, I tried, and Quinn one time actually made me like with creamer, and it was good. But it's one more thing in my morning I don't want to do. To me, but that's my take.
Yeah.
And
I had a thought about that, that original Starbucks, because I believe one of the questions is, what would you not do if somebody gave you $10,000? And
that's actually the next question.
Popped up into my head. If somebody gave me $10,000 to go stand in line at the original Starbucks across from Pike Place Market, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, fuck that, I'm done.
You wouldn't.
No.
So yeah, that our question from Nico Kylan or Keelan. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. What would something you would do? What's something you wouldn't do even if they offered you 10,000? And you're saying you wouldn't stand in the Starbucks line. I bet you I could think of something you wouldn't do for 10,000.
There's a lot of shit I wouldn't do for $10,000. That's just one thing I'm thinking of right now because it's always a long ass line. and then you get the same damn coffee.
This is a good one.
Okay.
Would you take a break off school for 2 years, but you get $10,000 cash? It's yours, already taxed.
2 years.
2 years. You could still go do something.
I say, what do I get? What?
But you can't go to school.
I blow 10 grand pretty fast if I'm
Yeah.
not in school.
That's not that much money.
No, I couldn't do it. I'm already gonna
1
be.
year?
I'm gonna be 40 by the time I graduate vet school. I can't take 2 more years off. I can't do it.
$10,000 to go back to high school.
Absolutely not.
I thought you were going to say absolutely.
Absolutely not. Would you go back to high school for $10,000? How long do we got to be there?
You're a freshman, bro.
Oh, fuck no. Oh my God. Up the price.
$15,000. You wouldn't go back to high school.
50, maybe.
50, you would go back to high school. But you wouldn't get that money until you turn this age.
4 years?
So you'd get it in 8 years.
50 grand?
Yeah.
That's the lowest I'd do it for.
So you'd go back in time. So I give you $50,000 in cash. And I'm like, here's a time machine. You got to go back to high school.
Oh, you got to go back. You got to go back to when you were 13.
Is that when high school was?
14.
Jeez, we're young.
Yeah.
That's high school?
No. The answer is no. 50 grand. There's not a lot of
I don't know if
amounts
I
that
would
would
really
get me to go
change
back.
much. I liked how it ended up.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I'm not going to say like high school was.
No, me either. I just wouldn't want to
wasn't-
do it again.
Yeah, it wasn't like horrible. It wasn't the favorite time in my life, but I don't know. 10 grand's not enough. Not a chance.
So our last question actually comes from my mom. She said, when is the next big hike and where is it planned to be at? And she called me today
Yeah.
and she's like, make sure you ask Thomas that question. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And she's like, I always see him on a new mountain every time I see him on Insta.
Yeah.
So she's like, where is the next one?
That's kind of the idea. I feel like there's a lot of people who hike that are sort of our age in where we are located, but still not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, we seriously have some of the best hiking trails in the world where we are in Western Washington, and you have 3 national parks within driving distance from Seattle. All of them are spectacular. We were in Olympic National Park this summer, but I mean, there's just so many good hikes, and you got to try them all. One of the ones I'm probably thinking the next one will probably be on the coast, because you can do coastal hikes in the winter. It's cold, but it's better than the mountains. But the Washington coast is awesome.
Yeah.
Wild coastline is so incredible. You just have all kinds of wildlife all over the place. It's like being on the beach in Oregon or California. And I know I see all you people at Cannon Beach. There's Haystack Rock. It's like, yeah, you can do that, but with a million less people in the Washington coast.
Isn't that the Goonies Rock?
The Goonies was in
Oregon.
Astoria, which is close to there.
Oh, okay. Because I remember, I always think
area.
that's the Goonies Rock, the one that everyone goes and takes a picture.
Is that rock in the Goonies?
Yeah, that's the thing he holds up.
Really? I believe you.
I know, I want to see it.
I don't know.
Let's try this out.
All right.
Hey, Dom,
Yeah.
can you pull that up?
Hey, Dom, yeah, you pull that up? You pull up Haystack Rock? Well, because Haystack Rock's the huge one in the water.
Goonies.
Everybody has a picture of
Goonies Rock.
Goonies Rock. It's got to be.
Rock scene. Oh, man, they're going to make us watch it for like 4 minutes.
It's a long scene. It's a classic movie, though.
Okay, we'll go to...
I knew it was...
There it is.
I knew it was filmed in Astoria.
Right there. What? Is this like fan-made?
What are we looking at here?
Okay.
Yeah, that's Cannon Beach. Yeah, that's Haystack Rock.
So
okay, all right. Yeah,
Goonies was there.
yeah. I didn't even know. I haven't seen Goonies in so long. I didn't even realize that.
I want to watch Goonies. Okay.
It's a great movie.
It's
a great film.
I'm doing this new thing on the show. This is the first time I've done it. I actually went ahead. I printed 3 pictures.
Oh boy.
I think it might be 3. Yeah, 3 pictures of just some good times. And if you could elaborate on them.
Oof.
And what you remember from them.
It's like Hot Ones.
Yeah, that's exactly where I got it from.
It's like Hot Ones. Oh,
Yeah.
man. My guy Josh.
Yeah. So that was Josh's story.
Yeah.
Do you remember what game that was? If not, I could tell you.
It's really cold because I see Everybody's all bundled up.
1 degree that game.
And it was 1 degree. Yeah, it gets cold. And there's the huge piles of snow around us. Was this our championship game?
It was the game prior.
Okay.
Wait, no, didn't we lose in 1 degree weather? No, that's the
Probably.
game we won because I remember we left and we were like, yeah, we were screaming in the car, going to the ship.
Oh, so yeah, we were
won.
going to the chip.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
yeah,
won
I
that
feel it. My guy Garrett, QB1. Garrett was playing lights out that year. Yeah, it's just an intramural football game, and it was cold as fuck.
That was a cold game.
And it was what we were playing 4-4.
Yeah, it was 4-4 intramurals. I
Went
think that
to
was
the chip.
2 years ago because Brian was
Yeah.
still here.
Those
No?
were good times.
Yeah, it was
It was a year after Brian left, I think.
Yeah.
No,
because Brian was at that game.
it was the last team he was on
Yeah.
before he left. Yeah, good times. Yeah, we almost won that one. That's kind of painful to think about.
It was a painful one. I knew it was going to be kind of painful.
This is a good one. This is our fuck you, Jay Inslee picture.
I had to,
This
yeah.
is a good one. Yeah. Of the fire at my guy Nate's house. It was raining, I think.
It was
we were all
raining.
sitting under the car there. But this was like the first time I had seen anybody since quarantine started.
It was like,
this was probably May or June.
Yeah.
It was a while since I'd seen everybody. So yeah, this is our fuck you, Jay Inslee. We're gathering. So yeah, good times though. That was crazy.
Great times.
Yeah. What else we got? Oh man, is
Dude,
this after I won?
This is when you're giving it away.
Oh no! See, I got a pretty sad look on my face in this one. This is me handing over our fantasy football trophy, the Eve, which it's a great trophy. And me and Dom are the only 2 people whose names are on it.
Yes, we are.
Don't
because
let that
nobody
be
else wants
forgotten.
to go engrave it.
Because every winner, every year of our fantasy football league goes, yeah, I'm going to go get this engraved and get it hasn't been engraved in
It's
5
not going to
years?
get engraved until we win it again.
Yeah, and every winner since then says, I'm going to go get it engraved. I'm going to go do it. Who's won since then? Hunter's won since then. Nate's won since then. Brock's
Cameron.
won since then. Cameron's won since all of them. Yeah, I'm going to go get it engraved. No, none of them have. Whatever. They don't deserve it. You can see the pain in my eyes.
Bro, I think we were at Nate's. No, because who won after you? Was it Hunter?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't even remember.
I
now.
remember who gave it away. I think I gave it back to Brock.
I think you did give it to Brock.
I think Brock won the year after.
the guy who left our fantasy league.
Yeah, Brock unceremoniously left our fantasy football league because his team was auto-drafted.
And it's now 5-0. His team is now 5-0.
Yeah, it got taken over by Ryan, and it's the best team in our league. The funniest thing about that whole situation is that Brock auto-drafts his team every year. And for some reason this year it was a problem. And he's a dumb idiot because his team is 5-0 and he could win the trophy
Wait,
if he had stayed.
who's on Ryan's team that's good?
I don't know. I'm playing him this week, so I should know.
man.
Allen Robinson. I don't know. He's got Alvin Kamara probably.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah. So Matt Ryan. His team's not great, but it's good. It's better than my team.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Better than my team.
other than on my random topics, that's all I got for you.
No, there's one more thing I got to hate on.
Okay,
There's
I
one
didn't
more
know what
thing
to
I
bring
gotta
up. I
hate
mean,
on.
there's a couple things on here.
Yep.
What do you got?
I don't feel like I've hated enough.
Oh, I
on this
think I know what
podcast,
you're going to
so
hate
you
on.
know what it is.
I know exactly what it is.
Is it true that you still can't download TikTok right now?
No,
Is
you
that
can.
true?
It's a
can.
100% dirty lie.
That
I
was a
just did it
myth.
last night. Or
Okay.
not did it, but I looked it up.
It was
and
a
I could,
myth. That
It was a myth.
That you weren't going to be able to download. It's going to be censored.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of TikTok. Dom knows this. And I was a fan of Vine. That's
Yes,
part of
you
my
were.
issue, right? And so, roll their eyes. Oh, here we go, a Vine guy. But I feel like I'm most qualified to talk about the Vine versus TikTok debate because I didn't have a Vine account and I don't have a TikTok account. I've
Cool
held
guy.
out. I've held out this long, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, look at me, yeah, right? Like, oh, look at me, I don't have a TikTok account. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna be on TikTok, you should be a content creator. I'm not funny. I don't make
You're
funny.
funny.
I don't make funny video. Thanks, Dom. But people send me TikToks, people send me Vines, whatever. So I feel like I have an objective view of Vine versus TikTok.
Okay.
And TikTok sucks, man. It's the worst.
Okay.
All right. For starters, most of the shit on there isn't very funny.
Okay.
That's just how I see it. All right. People send me videos all the time, and like maybe 1 in 10, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty funny. Maybe like 1 in 100, I actually laugh at.
That's what you told
out
me.
loud.
And that's the stat that got me. Where you're like, for the 10 Vines I've sent you,
TikToks. Or
well, Vines.
Okay, Vines, yeah.
You would probably laugh at, I'd say probably 5 of them.
Vines were fucking funny.
Because they're 6 seconds. They don't take long.
Right.
Okay. TikToks, I feel like you said, 1 out of 100.
They're indulgent. They're
Yeah.
self-indulgent.
And unless you're on the app, because I can attest, I did have TikTok for a while. And they have an algorithm that's like YouTube. It's kind of dangerous.
they sort of pick what you want to see.
Yeah, because like I'll be watching like LeBron highlights or something.
Yeah.
And then there's like 50 videos of LeBron. So
Okay.
their algorithm is dangerous, but I feel like you're right. You are kind of qualified to the point where you can be like, I don't have it.
I don't have either one. I've got no skin in the game. All right. I just think that Vines were funny because it was over in 6 seconds. If it wasn't funny, oh well, it was over in 6 seconds. If your TikTok isn't funny, it's 3 minutes long or 4 minutes long or 5 minutes. It's too long.
Well, you can make them short.
You can.
That's the argument.
And the best ones are short.
Yes.
The best ones are short. You get right to the point and it's funny. Whereas like these fucking 5-6 minute TikToks where it's like setting up the joke or whatever, and then it turns out to be some lame Gen Z prank where it's like, we talked about the one where it's like, oh, I'm going to tell my girlfriend to get ready. She's going to get in the car and be like, I thought I told you to get
That's
ready.
not a prank.
It's not a prank. You're just being a douche.
Yeah. Dude,
There's way more of that, I feel like, on TikTok
You're right.
than there was on Vine. And again, you're seeing more of it when you're on TikTok. The video is 90 seconds long as opposed to 6 seconds. So
Can TikToks go 90 seconds?
I don't know.
I think you're right. I mean, it feels like 90.
Yeah, some of them feel like forever.
Vine was Peanut Butter Baby.
Yes,
Like that's
funny shit, right? Yeah, it was, dude. How many iconic Vines there are, and like TikTok's good. Like the platform itself is good because people can still do that. I just feel like as a whole, Vine was better.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Just my 2 cents on the issue.
I would definitely am leaning toward. I mean, I am on the Vine side.
Yeah,
And you know that. But man, I mean,
I'm holding out. I'm not getting, not getting TikTok. I'm not doing it.
for $10,000 you would.
That's one. 10 grand, maybe. Yeah, I'd probably do it.
You would download
Download it.
Okay, no, you
Do I
have
to
make,
post shit?
Yeah,
Do I have to make
every
shit?
day.
Ugh.
You have to post a TikTok.
Remember Byte? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that when that was going to be
Somebody
big?
offered me $20 for my username.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
How about it?
I said no.
Does anybody use Byte?
No, it
Didn't really take off.
No, it
like
didn't
they
take
thought
off.
it would.
It was like
They tried.
it was.
It was
and then
like
it just-
Vine 2, right?
Yeah, that was their. I think it was a year. It was 3 years late. If it would have came out
was
before
too late.
TikTok,
Yeah.
it would have been way above
Yeah,
it.
TikTok had a stranglehold on the market by
Yeah.
that time, I think.
Just like how Snapchat. I mean, no, Insta came in and kind of slapped Snapchat upside the head when they took the stories,
Yeah, they did.
and when they added messaging in the Insta, Snapchat was like, "What the fuck?"
Snapchat hasn't really been the same since then.
No.
You know?
I mean, there's times where I'm like, I don't really need Snap, but I like it.
Right.
You know, like all of them I could do that with.
Yeah.
And I lie to myself probably every day. I'm like, oh, I need Insta for my podcast.
Yeah.
And it helps. It definitely
Sure.
helps because these questions wouldn't have come in but sometimes I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't even want to be on it.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like we talked about earlier. It's like you got the fake support on there.
Yeah.
and Instagram is sort of, and I'm guilty of this. I mean, my account's like this, but it's like it's sort of just the good parts of everybody's lives. Like there's no it's not very real, right? And like I said, my account's kind of like that. I just feel like I just don't really feel like posting the crappy parts of my life on there.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what else I can say after you just interrupted me like that. So, that's all I got.
I didn't
That's all I
interrupt you.
got. I'm done. Fucking
How did
done.
I interrupt you? I was just moving.
Ripped ass. This guy, I got T-minus 5 seconds before the room becomes uninhabitable. I got to get the fuck out of here. Jesus,
Okay,
man. I'm out. I'm done. I'm walking off. I'm walking off the stage. Fuck this, man. I'm out of here.
Is this guy actually? You left your stacks. Oh man, that's been episode 64 for everyone. Thomas, he, great friend of mine. Episode 64. If you guys want to follow him, he has an Instagram. I actually have a screenshot so I can tell you exactly what it is. It's ThomasLindgren_. Go follow him, and thank you guys so much for listening. I farted and waved it towards him, and I could have you think about it, you don't have to fart out loud sometimes, but I did. And you can do that too, but you don't wave it. And I waved it. It wasn't like a parade wave though. You're at Disneyland and you see Mickey Mouse, waving. It was more like a fly swatter.
You're still talking about your farts? Are you still recording?
Yeah. But he's back.
I think people want to hear about your farts. Just the people don't want to hear your farts, man.
They didn't hear it,
The
though.
show's over.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Episode 64. Have a great one.